Hello, everyone. Good morning, everybody. This is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders, of parents, of everyone generally. We always say that education business is everyone's business, and we are ready to do this today. The class is titled How to Eradicate Debt and Debtors from with this SOF school fees app. How to eradicate debt and debtors from schools with the SOF school fees app. I'd like you to sit back and relax. We are starting the class right now. Again, this is a School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders generally. And I'm David Adeniji, by the grace of God, convener of the School Owners Forum. So let's sit back and go for this short break, this short timeout. I'll be right back. All right, so let's continue very quickly. This is a school owners.
Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have two packages. We have the leadership attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online. Hello, school. Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business, and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Thinkalai. Thinkalai is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Thinkalai. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Thinkalai school management software today. So you can go to thinkalai.net. That is thinkalai.net. Go there and check the features.
All right, imagine a situation that there is a platform that can help us track the payment behavior of parents, a platform that can help us track the payment behavior of parents, even as they either stay in our school or they move to another school. In other words, imagine a platform where we can always record the payment behavior of our customers. Of course, it's so that we are always, all of us are going to be on the same page when it comes to this issue of school fees. There are two reasons why a person can owe you. Perhaps because the structure on ground allows it, or perhaps because you have created artificial debtors in them, or perhaps because it's just the inherent behavior of customers to default. So one of the things that the SOF app is bringing to bear is not just the ability, the function, the feature to be able to give parent loan. We also have created a central platform where you can always record the payment behavior of a parent, such that even if they go to another school, that behavior is seen, you understand, or the school owner who already sees that he wants to enroll, he or she wants to enroll new parents. Many times when they come to your school, there is no way for you to check whether they have a good payment behavior, where they are coming from, or not. There's no way to check whether they have a debt hanging on their neck, where they are coming from or not. So imagine a platform where you can always check the payment behavior of a parent before you enroll them, or where he can always check whether there is a debt hanging on their neck, where they are coming from or not. Imagine that situation, that the parent even already also knows that there is such a platform. What it will create in the industry is a better behavior from each party. Of course, each party will be able to each party will be able to rate the other party's performance. You as a school owner will be able to rate the payment performance, payment behavior of your parent, and also your parents will be able to rate. So that platform is what we have created. So the SOF School Fees app is not just serving the purpose of giving loans to parents. Of course, many people have flagged us down and said, are you sure they're going to repay? Of course, there are certain terms and conditions which I'm going to show you today that will make it very difficult for a parent to take a loan from this app and not pay back. You understand what I'm trying to say? Many of the problems we have in business can be solved with technology. And we have decided, SOF has taken it upon itself to be in the forefront of this it's not a struggle, it's not a battle, in the forefront of this endeavor, to make sure that we all have smooth businesses. The truth of the matter is, if the parent does not pay well, you understand, if the school does not function well, if the school does not perform well, if the school does not teach well, if the performances of the children are not okay, the parent also will be reluctant to pay. So there are two ways. You help me, I help you. We want to help them to pay promptly so that we will be able to perform well. We want them to help us to be able to perform well, so that we will be able to we want them to help us, pay us properly, so that we'll be able to perform well and do exactly that which we have promised them that we will do. So what we are going to be showing us in this class today, I'm going to be showing you 4 ways, the 4 ways through which the SOF School Fees app is going to eradicate the problem of debt and debtors in school. So 4 different ways through which the SOF School Fees app wants to solve the problem of debt and debtors in school. If you would relax and wait with me, I'm going to show you those 4 ways right now. But let me quickly welcome everyone once again. Welcome to the School Owners Forum. Bright Fruit Prince Schools, I see you. Folabit Gloria, Madam Folabit Gloria, I see you already. Madam Amaka Eziani, I can see you. If you are joining me in class right now and you have not told me your name or where you are watching from, let me know where you are, where you represent, where you are following from, your school, your location, your state. Let me know. And also, if you're on YouTube, I'd like you to just subscribe to the link, just to the channel. Click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and then subscribe so that you'll be able to get subsequent videos. And if you're on Facebook, I'd like you to like this video, share it on your profile, share it on the profile on other groups that you belong, and also drop a comment. Let me know. Encourage everyone in class, let me know where you are following from. Thank you very much, Madam Wemimo Areko. I see you, and I love the fact that you are in class once again today. All right, so let's continue very quickly. How the school fees, SOF school fees app aims to eradicate the problem of debt and debtors in schools. There are 4 different ways. It is not only by giving loans. So that's why this class is important for everyone who has heard about it. I like you to inform everyone that the class is on. It's not only about loans, it's about creating an awareness in this industry that will make sure that both the customer, both the customer and the school, both the parent and the school have what they need to deliver on whatever promises they have, the mandate they have given to the other party. All right, so let me share my screen so that we will start up the class as we always do very quickly. Okay. All right. This is it. This is our slide. It's we've been working how to eradicate debt and debtors with the SOF school fees loan app. Actually, we're going to soon start calling it the SOF school fees app because it's not just about loan. You know, we've been talking to us about the fact that we'll give parent loans, but there's something interesting I want to share with you. Thank you very much, Mr. Moses from Lagos, Blessed Hope School. All right, thank you very much, Anima Eyang of Pearly Gates Montessori School. You're following from Aja. How is the whole of Aja today? Hope the water over there is not disturbing you too much. All right, let's continue in the class. This is my slide as you can see it already. All right, how to eradicate debt and debtors with the SOF school fees app. All right, so let me show you. It's not just about loans. No, it's not just about loans. There are 4 different ways. Four different ways. If you can see my screen right now, this is how we intend to solve that problem. You know, every idea must have an action plan, and we have already incorporated all of these 4 action plans, all of these 4 into the SOF school fees app, which is a module on Thinkalai. Understand? The SOF school fees app is a module on Thinkalai.net, which is Nigeria's largest school management software. Thinkalai is upgrading to not just a school management software, but we are actually managing everything concerning that education space. So the first way is that we're going to do it through school fees loans to parents. You got that? I've been saying that on the platform. Everybody knows that. We know that. But that's not all. We are trying to do it also through school fees loans to school owners. There's a difference. And I'm going to tell you the difference. We're going to be doing it through school fees loans to parents, school fees loans to school owners. Also, we have created a platform to rate parents' payment behavior and hence curb mobility of debtors. A platform to do what? To rate parents' payment behavior and hence curb mobility of debtors. You know, because those are the things that surround this issue. The 4th one is we have also created a platform to give short loans to teachers. Of course, if you can give loans to parents and we can also give loans to school owners, we should also be able to give loans. They call them payday loans. I don't know if that's right. Loan, just short loans that the teacher can pay back from their salary when they collect their salary. So those are the 4 ways through which we plan to solve this problem. And I'm going to I will carefully take us through each of those ways one by one. I hope everyone is seated in house. Thank you very much. Vivi Schools, Port Harcourt. Thank you very much. Kindera Montessori School. You didn't tell us your state. Grace Undukwe, you're welcome. That is Bright Benny Schools. You didn't also tell me your state. Always tell me whether you are whatever state you are following from, so that we just tell it. Anyway, we are just we are feeling fine. We're enjoying ourselves. How's your weekend today? My weekend is beautiful. As you can see, my face is looking a bit bright. All right. All right. Okay, so let me take you through how the SOF school fees app aims to eradicate the problem of debt and debtors in school. I will take my time. I will not rush. But before I do that, I want to show you something very quickly. I want to announce to you that on the we've been talking about this, that there is a nationwide training for teachers that's going to happen on the 21st of August, 2021. It's a nationwide training. It's online, just like I'm teaching you. You're going to be streaming to your school with your teacher seated in your hall. You understand? It is 30,000 per school. The difference is that I will also be able to speak. Your teachers will also be able to speak to me right from your hall. You don't want to miss this training. It's just, if you have been planning for training, if you have had several training for teachers, I want to let you know that this will be the best of them all that you have ever had for your teachers. Training for teachers is happening on the 21st of August. Don't miss it for anything. 21st of August, the training for teachers is going to happen nationwide. It is 30,000 per school, and registration ends on the 31st of July. So I'd like you to take note of that while I continue. There's also going to be a masterclass for school owners. I will announce it. It's a masterclass for school owners to help us prepare for next session. But and then let me talk about the books. I want to ask if the school owner in Eradicate, have you received your books? We also shipped a tablet to Mozambique, far away Mozambique. So if you are, whatever it is, we have tablets, we have books. Our books are selling fast. This is it. You can.
Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher. There is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Think-A-Lie. Think-A-Lie is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Think-A-Lie. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Think-A-Lie school management software today. So you can go to thinkally.net. That is Think-A-Lie, thinkally.net. Go there and check the features.
All right, welcome back. We're not going to waste time. Let me go into the class right away. All right, so look at this. The first point is the SOF School Fees app solves the problem of debts and debtors in 4 ways. I've shown you this before. So let's now look at the first way: school fees loans to parents. So now, talking about school fees loans to parents, I'm going to answer a lot of questions. If you have questions concerning this, begin to drop them right now on the chat. But most of your questions I will answer even right inside this, inside this class. Number 1 is that only government-approved schools will qualify for this in the first phase. Number 2 is that you should not even recommend this service to all parents. So when we say we want to give parents loans, we are not saying that you should all of a sudden recommend it to all of your parents who have been paying properly. No, we don't need all the parents to get the loan. For now, we don't even have that capacity. No, the people we want to give loans to, the parents want to give loans to, are parents who have verifiable source of income, but they just cannot afford the bulk school fees money in the beginning of the term. And so that is why most of them result into paying it piecemeal in slices in an unstructured manner to you. So we are saying that instead of paying it in slices in an unstructured manner to the school, why then let them pay it in those slices to us, but in a structured manner? It will be done monthly, So mostly this will serve parents who are maybe salary earners, civil servants, those who have verifiable source of income, but they just could not afford to pay in bulk. Do you understand? So that means you should not recommend every parent to access this app for a loan, because we're going to be relying on your own judgment. We're going to be relying on your own recommendation. If you have 20, maybe 100 parents in your school, but 10 of them, 10 particular among them, you know that they are genuine. They are genuine. They have a verifiable source of income, but they just could not afford the bulk payment of school fees in the beginning of the term. So you recommend it to them because you know that it's not as if they are they misbehave or something, or they want to run away. No, you know that the reason they are not able to meet up with that initial payment in the beginning of the term is because they don't have the bulk money in the beginning of the term. So those are the ones we encourage you to recommend for that service. I hope you are getting it now, because I'm throwing more light to answer so many questions that may have been in your mind before now. Let me continue in that. The number 4 point is that in the first phase of this service, maybe only salary earners will qualify, because those are the ones, because we're going to get their BVN. The two things they will stand with will be their BVN, and they will also give us access to, we will know where they work and their employer. So we have the contact, we have their BVN as a number. We also have the contact of their employer. It's not for anything. We know they will not default, but we're just, we are helping out. It's a way of helping. So you don't want to be someone who tried to help and then at the end of the day, you run into trouble. No, because many of you are skeptical. You want to give my parent, are you sure? No, we are not giving all parents. We don't even want you to recommend the app to all parents. It's only for a few parents whom you know that they have a verifiable source of income, but they could not just afford the bulk money in the beginning of the term. Do you understand? So the next point on that, giving loans to parents, is that a parent paying school fees for the first time will not qualify, because you do not know the behavior, the payment behavior of that parent first. That is why I'm going to still show you the fourth one, which is talking about creating a platform that allows us as school owners everywhere to know the payment behavior of our parents from where they are coming from. That platform, this platform, you see the Thinkerline platform anyway, it's a robust platform. It will help you before you admit a child. You will check the platform and see how they have behaved, whether they have a debt on their neck, whether they have been paying promptly. The school owner in their previous school will be able to rate them good, bad, fair, average, and all of that when it comes to payment behavior. It's a wonderful platform we have built. But in the beginning, that platform now it's not yet in full operation. So we will not give loans to a parent that is registering in your school for the first time. And I want to encourage school owners everywhere. I want you to know that when you see a person that wants to do this kind of, we don't know what to do with money, we know that one of your biggest problems is the issue of money. And so we must pay attention to it. I cannot be running trainings every day for almost 5 years, and 80% of the questions that people ask me is the issue of money and school fees. So do you think as a coach, I'll be okay sitting down, sleeping and waking up, not doing anything about it? So that is why we have come up with this, to be able to help her in this situation. Are you getting the point? So still on the issue of school fees loan to parents, the next point is that to apply, parents will have to submit their BVN and employer details, basically the employer contact. So those are the two things we are going to hold in trust. The BVN, of course, you are allowed. It is a legal tool to maybe raise issues and all of that. But I know that the people you are going to recommend are not those who want to collect money and run away. So they are BVN and their employer detail. So if they default, because there will be possibilities of defaulting, if they default, of course, you know that we have their BVN and also we have access to their employer, not for anything, just to make sure that they sit up. So that is it, because some of your questions are going to be answered. You ask me questions like what is the interest and all of that. I'm going to answer it all also. The next point here is that the loan application and repayment is done entirely on thinkerline.net. You get that? Thinkerline.net is the platform through which all of this is going to be deployed. So both the loan application and the repayment of the loan instrumentally, that's monthly, will be done via the Thinkerline school management. So that means if you are not yet using Thinkerline now, it is free to use. Thinkerline will soon become it's already the largest platform when it comes to school management software in Nigeria, but then we are extending the purpose, we are extending the features, we are extending it to a platform that can help us track the payment behavior of parents across the industry. There is no singular platform that helps you know whether your parent is owing where they are coming from, or whether they are defaulting where they are coming from, or whether, you cannot know. That is why we always run into it. You see some parents in some areas, they have tested all the schools. Somebody says, why limiting the parents' loan to government-approved schools alone? No, we are not limiting it to government-approved schools alone. We are saying in the first phase. Please, I'd like you to get that well. In the first phase, there are different phases, but this is the first phase. So the first phase, in any case, if you are in the process of being approved, you present your document. Of course, we're going to look into it and all of that. In the very first phase, we are not saying that, because everybody wants to be sure that when you are giving out money, you are sure of getting it back. Don't forget that these funds are not, they are just purely through efforts over the years that we are helping out. I'd like you to appreciate us. You understand that people do not have the kind of confidence to do this, but God is helping us, is backing us up. And I know that I'm also speaking to wonderful people. So in the first phase, and this first phase is talking about this year, by the time we pilot it and it works out, then we henceforth we continue expanding it and expanding it. You understand? But let me go back to that point I was trying to make concerning the fact that the loan application and repayment is done on thinkalike.net. The next point is that if a parent leaves the school, so you may be asking the question, what if a parent leaves the school? If a parent leaves the school, it will still pay back the loan since we have their BVN. You understand? We have their BVN, and we are permitted to advance with that. And then, do you understand what I'm saying? So even if a parent collects the money and leaves the school, because he's not owing you, he's owing yours. One of the only way through which you can also bear a liability is if you had initially presented to us false information. So you must be sure that the information you are presenting to us about your parents is true. Somebody says, how can I know? You must do your due diligence. You cannot be running a business and you are saying that parents are giving you information and you are not know whether it is correct or not. That means you are lacking in that area. So you must have presented to us correct information and not false information. You understand? As long as the information you presented to us about the parents is correct, you understand? And don't forget that this you are not also qualified for this if you are not a member of SOF. If you have not identified with a state chapter. Remember that we will not, until you identify with one of our state chapters and you identify with our state coordinator. Our state coordinator must verify you. You understand? So you must be identified with our SOF state chapter in your state. Except maybe there's no SOF in your state yet. And if there's no SOF in your state yet, you can start it. You understand? If we do not have a chapter in your state yet, you can be the pioneer. Your school, we can start from your school while other people will join you. There are many people waiting to join you in your state, only that nobody yet might be volunteering in the school. So we can start it in your school. You understand? So the school must be a member of SOF, because those are the things we cannot be giving money to people we don't know. You understand? We can't give, because we're going to be disbursing the money to your own account. Even though it is for payment of school fees for the parent, but it is being disbursed to your account. So we must know you. You must identify with an SOF chapter in your state. Your coordinator and his ESCOs must know you. It's an association we have. It's a relationship. We must be sure that you are for us and you are not just for our money. It's just like in the Bible when Jesus Christ was telling the people that came in John chapter 6 that you came to me not because of the miracles you saw, but because you ate bread and fish and you were filled. Don't mind me. What I'm trying to say is that before we can give you such opportunity, we have to be sure that you are for us. So you must identify, and you should be a school owner. You are not an intending school owner. No, you're a school owner. And it's not a situation whereby a school will now begin to. No, so you must identify with a SOF chapter in your state. The next meeting is on the 7th of August. Just note it down, 7th of August. When we identify with you, our coordinator knows you, you know them. It's a relationship that is ongoing like that. I hope you get that point. So it's important you know that. Still talking about the school fees loan to parents, you understand? Loan repayment comes monthly. The loan repayment comes monthly, and the payment may not be online. So don't be afraid. Even though the application is online, if a parent cannot use internet, then the school will help them out. You understand? Yeah, and then if they can to pay back, they can either pay directly on the platform or on Thinkerlight.net. Look at it. Look at let me show you one of a process of paying back. For example, this is one of the process of paying back. Let me show you so that you know that I'm not talking in abstract. It's a platform that it's already ready to use. Look at one of the, look at it. This particular loan now, this particular parent, a parent called Paul Grace. You know, we have already disbursed money. We disbursed a sample amount of 10 naira. I don't mind, just a sample amount. And this parent has paid first installment is green, it's already paid. Second installment is green. Third installment is green, paid. But this fourth installment that is supposed to be due by 16th of October 2021, this fourth installment is not yet paid. So the parent will come here and click on it. You will see that it will load. It brings them this place where he's to pay now, but he can also choose the option of paying offline. This offline payment is that he will have transferred the money to our account, and then he will now upload the payment evidence. Don't forget that when we are talking about this thing, it's not completely online. There's always the offline part of it where we will have physical agents in your state. So what the parent just does here is clicks on pay. You see, he brings the payment gateway, which is Paystack. You understand? Paystack is the payment gateway. He puts his credit card details and makes the payment. The moment he makes that payment, we will receive that installment. It has been made very easy. And I do not want to hear when school owners tell me that what of those of us who don't have phone. See, I think we are done with that. I don't think there should be any school owner on this platform who is not internet savvy. Or maybe your parent, you may say your parent, if they cannot do it on their own in their house, let them come to school. Designate a desk or an ICT person in your school to help them out. It's as easy as that. This is technology. We are advancing. We cannot stay behind. I used to say that the people who pay little or no attention to research and development like this or innovation will always arrive at a future where others have left. We are moving forward. Come what may, we will not look at the challenges. We'll keep moving. We'll keep advancing this course. I hope you're getting me now. Let me continue and share my slide to tell you the last point under the one of the parents. Is anybody having a question? You can ask me the question. You can interject. Drop me your question in the chat box. I'm going to pick it and answer it very quickly. All right. So now that is the last point when it comes to school fees loans to parents. So you now see that for you to qualify as a school, you should be a member of SOF in your state. You must have identified with SOF, and then we should know you. Your state coordinator knows you. You understand? And then how much? What is the subscription fee? Every school, for you to use this app, you have to subscribe. There is a subscription fee. Don't worry. I'm not going to be saying that online right now. Let's now have your interest. The subscription fee, I said before, is as low as 10,000. It is not 10,000 for every grade, because some people will want loan for 5 parents. Some people will want loan for 10 parents. Some people will want loan based on the number of parents you want to present. That is how much your subscription will be. But it is as low, meaning that it is not lower than 10,000. You understand? As low as, do you understand? It may be more. You understand? So that is it. The subscription fee, which is 10,000 termly. It's not 10,000, but as low as, it's definitely more than that. But that's just giving you an idea. If you are interested, just let us know. We are flagging off. We are starting to give the loans by September 13, which is the resumption date in Lagos, or maybe the beginning of a new session in your own state. So let us know if you are interested in that. All right. So I hope everybody is clear on the issue of school fees loans for parents. Your school should be a member of SOF in your state, and then you should not recommend it to every parent. You should only recommend it to parents whom have verifiable source of income, preferably salary earners, because we are going to have your BVN and then their employer detail. Those are the two things that we hold in trust to be sure that. And see, let me tell you something. The benefit that your parents will have from us will not just be the money. We are going to have them, give them trainings online to help them. We are going to teach them some of the things that you are not able to teach them.
There's a whole teaching in my book titled Thrive that if a parent reads that page, I don't know for anybody who has Thrive here, if a parent reads that page, he or she will never default anymore, because I showed them there that when you default in school fees, you are not only hurting the school or yourself, you are hurting the child, because the child will grow up with a second-class inferiority mentality, to be thinking that maybe other people are better than him. Maybe, okay, while other people are free to stay in class, he has to be sent home before the parents can respond to complete school fees payment. I think that's bad enough. Those are the orientations we are going to give your parents. We will make them love your school. We will teach them many things that you are not able to afford. You know, there are some trainings you could not afford to make us come and teach in your school. We will teach your parents. We will train them online, as long as, and it will be free. It will be free for them. It's a very, very good advantage. So for those few parents, you know, remember that we are not CBN in the beginning. We are just, of course, God helped us with the funds also. So you present the few parents in your school whom you know they have verifiable source of income, but they just cannot afford to pay bulk school fees money in the beginning of the term. Don't go away yet. Let me continue to the second point now. But before I continue, I'd like you to hang it there. This is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders, of parents generally. And I'm David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. You know, I told you that there are 4 ways through which the SOF School Fees app wants to eradicate debt and debtors. There are 4 ways. I've just talked about the first one. I'm going to go into the second one right after this time on. But please don't go away. Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us. All right, let me continue very quickly. This is the next point. Now this SOF School Fees Hub also aims to give. Let's assume that you don't want the loan for your parents, you want the loans for yourself. But we are not giving you loans to build your school, to build buildings. What we are doing is that we are looking at the number of parents in your school, maybe a few parents in your school whom you know always default and then pay money piecemeal. So you are going to calculate those number of parents and then see if you can access the total amount of such money from us, you know, as a loan. In this case, you are the one getting the loan and not the school. So in this case, the school applies for the total school fees of a certain limited number of parents. You understand? Let me show you. I have not shared my screen. All right. So in this case, what happens is that the school applies for the total school fees of a certain limited number of student school fees as loan from SOF, because they usually do not pay on time. So what happens is that this eases the burden of debt on the school owner, while such parents pay back in their usual bits. Now, in this case, the school owner repays the loan with interest in about 2 to 3 months. So look at the second option. The second option is that you are the one getting the loan to cover the school fees of a few number of parents who are always defaulting. You know that they always pay, but they default. And in the beginning, when they default, it affects you a bit. So you calculate the number. It's all just few in the beginning, and then you get that, you access that from us. As long as you are a registered school, and then as long as you are a member of SOF in your state, you are a member of SOF in your state. It's important you identify with SOF in your own state. As long as you're a member of SOF in your state, you'll be able to access that. All right, so what happens? The school owner then repays back the loan with interest in about 2 to 3 months. So do you see that? You see the
how that one works. So that's how that one works. It works in such a way that you are going to be the one getting the money from SOF. And when you get the money, it's supposed to cover the school fees of a few number of students who are always defaulting, while they will still pay, but they always default. They get the money. You get the money maybe as they always pay, but you have gotten it as a loan from SOF in the beginning. It still is a way of helping out, of easing the stress on the school owner, even while those people pay their money in their usual way of paying it. All right, so the third one is personal loans to teachers. Now, this is it. Teachers cannot be left out of this. So let me show you this. Teachers cannot be left out of this. While we do all of this, we must understand also, okay, sorry, let me share the screen again. Teachers cannot be left out of this. Sorry, let me share the slide again so that you'll be able to see my slide. Okay. So this is what we are talking about here. For this, the third part of this, which is we're almost done, is teachers cannot be left out. They also need some loans. Repayment is deducted from their salary, their monthly salary by the school, and sent directly to us, that is to SOF. The school owner repays. No, the school owner is not the one repaying the loan here. It is the money is deducted from this teacher's salary monthly to repay what they have taken. While the final point is this: a platform to rate parents' payment behavior and hence curb mobility of debtors. I said this in the beginning. What if there is a platform that curbs the payments, the curbs mobility of debtors by tracking the payment behavior of parents in our schools? Presently, there is no way to know whether a parent is a debtor from where they are coming from. There is no way to know whether they have a debt hanging on their neck from where they are coming. So we only admit them blindly. I used to say that one way to stop debtors, to run your school free of debtors, is to what? Is to stop admitting debtors. Then people ask that, how will we know? This platform will let us know. That is why we should begin to spread Thinkalai across every school. The reason parents are able to default and move to another school is because the other school will be ignorant of their previous school. Yes, the other school is when the parent comes to you, you are ignorant of their previous school. They tell you, whatever they tell you is what you believe, because you're also looking for children, you're looking for enrollment, and the competition is keen. So this will solve that problem. I believe it will solve it because we are going to begin to collaborate. What if it's possible to rate their behavior on the Thinkalai platform so their next school can access that rating before admitting them? Imagine a situation whereby you can always see the rating of a parent, their payment behavior. So that is what we have created. That is what the industry should embrace. I tell you something, if we do not collaborate, we cannot solve the issue of debtors completely. We have to collaborate. I have to see your file. There must be a way to check your file, your payment file. There must be a way to check your payment behavior, where you are coming from. If when the parent knows that there is such a platform, they will sit up. If I know that there's a way you can check me up, I cannot just come into your school because you are in desperate need of enrollment, and then I will just pay the first payment and then I begin to default. There are several reasons why parents default, but we are not taking the extreme cases whereby something unusual happens. We are taking the case whereby this one is intentional defaulting because of the normal inherent, because they know there's no structure. Let me ask you a question. There are some businesses you cannot default. There are some things when you buy them, school fees is supposed to be one-off. As a matter of fact, it should be paid in the holiday. School fees is not something. When you allow a parent in school without money, it means that you are giving them a loan indirectly. When you allow a parent in school without complete payment, in other words, you have given them study loan. And when they want to pay back, they don't pay it back with interest. As a matter of fact, you begin to chase them, and they only pay it back when you yourself, you have even spent money to recoup your money. So we either embrace him. Many of us, we are the ones that have to help ourselves. You either tell the parent, excuse me, pay the school fees in full, or access it as a loan on the SOF app,
or you just check the platform, check the Thinkalike platform, and see the behavior of this parent from where they are coming from. The question is, are we now saying everybody should begin to use Thinkalike? Yes, that's what we are saying. It's free. It's free. That's what we are saying. Even if it is to track the payment behavior of your parents, you should subscribe to Thinkalike. You understand? Subscribe to that platform, because as a matter of fact, don't just subscribe. Walk to your other schools. Tell people in your street. Tell all the other schools. Introduce Thinkalike to them. Because you know that when they leave you, they go to them. When they leave them, they come to you. So spread it. Tell them, are you using Thinkalike? Do you know that with Thinkalike, we can curb this movement of parents from one place to the other? You understand? Without knowing whether they are paid here or whether they have not paid. You understand? So that platform is available, and Thinkalike is not saying you should pay money to use that part. Of course, you can subscribe. You have to subscribe to use the loan app, but this one is available for use. You can use it. You understand? It's free to use. So if you are not using Thinkalike now, we have already created a platform, and it's already Nigeria's largest school management software. I didn't come here to sell Thinkalike. I came here to tell you how we have been able to, how we want to solve the issue of school fees. I'm so particular about that issue. I'm passionate about it because I run my business free of debtors. You can't owe me. Let me tell you something. If you want to come and train in your school, you pay up front. You pay even 2 weeks though. It's not because of anything. It's because I have to practice what I'm teaching. You understand? If you want me to come and train, for example, I tell school owners, many of them are because of that not called us. I say it's fine. If you cannot call us to come and train in your school, just watch the free training we are doing online. You understand? So if you want to make me come and teach you, maybe teach your teachers or train you, you pay upfront. You even pay 2 weeks though. You understand? So I don't have any list of debtors. I don't even in my school there are no debtors. You understand? Because these are the things you need to understand. You need to understand them deeply. If you want to continue running your school with debtors, you will continue at the level you are. Are you getting? So there are options we have set down here. You tell your parent, you either pay the school fees in full, or you kindly request as a loan on the SOF app, or you say, okay, somebody's asking me something. All right, you're connected. Thank you very much. So the other part is that everybody should be connected. Let's connect ourselves. Let's collaborate. The word I'm using here is I'm saying collaborate. Let's collaborate. Look at my chat there. Let us collaborate and solve this issue of debts and debtors. If everybody have their parents' profile on Thinkalike, if we all have our parent profile, guess what? Don't get me wrong. You know that the SOF School Fees app is a module on Thinkalike. It's actually one of the modules of Thinkalike. So we are actually accessing it via Thinkalike. Let's get our parent profile there. When they come to your school and don't pay, flag them. When they pay, rate them good. When they get to another school and the school is also on that platform, the school will simply call out what's your Thinkalike code. Check out the profile and they know whether they have defaulted or not. You see, we have been talking about these things for years, but nobody has done it. We have done it. We have done it. So all we need to do is to use it. It is free to use. For this one, it's free to use. Since you are not using the loan app, everybody can have their profile on Thinkalike and profile our parents, rate them in terms of their payment behavior. It's going to be a win-win for us all. I like to let you know that this class is a very, very important class. But then the class we are having on the 21st of August is equally an important class. Let somebody pick this date down, 21st of August. If you do not have a plan to train your teachers yet, this is an opportunity for you. It's a 3-hour training on attitude. What are we training them on? We are training them on attitude. Their attitude is their biggest selling point. That's what we are training them on. We are training them on attitude that will help them grow your school. And attitude that will help them grow your school are a lot. So we're going to be training them on that on the 21st of August from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's an online class. If you want to register, it's just 30,000 naira. If you want to register, make sure you have registered before the 31st of July, because by the 31st of July, the early registration will end, and then you will now begin to, there will be a late registration. It will be more expensive than that. So if you're interested in that, please kindly let us know. And also remember that to use Thinkalike is free. You can get started on Thinkalike today. Call for the link. I'm going to share it with you. I don't know if you are just begin to see, this is the way to go. You can either use Thinkala as a school management software to solve the issue of your parents can check results online, do several things online, assignments, everything, accounting, or you just have your parent profile because you want to profile them and rate their payment behavior. If we all connect and we are connected on this platform, I tell you, the behavior will change. Parents will all of a sudden know that the industry has changed and their behavior will be seen everywhere they go. So they have to sit up and pay up. You understand? Many times I tell you that parents have your money. It's either you don't know how to collect it or you are the one creating artificial debtors. Let me even address that part. Many of us are the ones creating artificial debtors. Let me talk about the issue of artificial debtors. An artificial debtor is one who is ordinarily not a debtor, but because of the poor performance of the school. When you perform poorly as a school, you perform poorly, and the parent is not seeing value for money. Listen to me. When your parents fail to see value for the money they pay you, they become a debtor, and that's an artificial debtor. They were not supposed to be debtor. There's an adage that says that when you are happy, you'll be excited. I don't know. I don't know, but that way, I don't know if I interpreted it well. When a parent is not satisfied, yes, satisfaction. When a parent is not satisfied, you can be sure they will hold you, even if their father is the richest man in the state. They will default. You know why? Because they are not seeing value for money. So your parents are defaulting either because you are creating artificial debtors in them. You understand? Or sometimes because of your poor management, poor fee collection policies and all of that. And a parent can also default because it's the inherent character of every human being to default, especially every customer. Either way, we can solve the problem. So we are creating ourselves as a structure. There is presently no structure. So there must be a structure. There must be a structure that is uniform across board, across private schools, across associations, across everywhere. That if a parent leaves my school and goes to another school, they will know there that he has defaulted, and they will not, even if they want to admit him or her, nonetheless, they will say, well, we know we are admitting a debtor. You understand? That will help in this whole thing. And when a parent even already knows that such a platform exists, they will not want to default anymore. I hope you are getting this. It's important you understand all of these things. I really appreciate you for staying in class today. I don't know if I've served you justice. Let me go back to my point and show you in my slide what we did, how this SOF school fees app will solve the issue of debt and debtors. Number one, through school fees loans to parents. Number two, through school fees loan to school owners. The difference is that school fees loan to parents, we are paying the school on behalf of the parents, and so the parent pays back. School fees loan to school is that we are paying you the school fees of a certain default, but it's a loan to you and not the school. So the parents will pay you back eventually, after all, as they have been paying before. They have been paying before, but they pay in piecemeal. So in the beginning, we give you that money as a loan, while you repay it monthly. You understand? Or instrumentally. The third one, how the complete breakdown now of how this will now go is when you now join. Please go ahead and join the SOF state chapter in your state. On the 7th of August, they will show you how to use the app. They will teach you how to use the app and how to apply and everything. On the 7th of August, I'd like you to write down the date. On the 7th of August, that's 11 a.m. You should either be there or send a representative. You understand? They will show you your state chapter coordinator and executive will show you how to use this. So a platform to rate. Also, another way the SOF School Fees app solves the problem of debt and debtors is we have created a platform to rate parents' payment behavior and hence curb mobility of parents. So we have created that platform that when everybody stays on the platform, I can know the behavior of this new parent that just come to me from the beginning. You can also know when they come to your school. So when a parent knows that there is such a platform that will help schools rate their behavior, rate their payment behavior, and access their payment behavior, even when they have left the school, they will sit up and the issue of debts and debtors will die down. It will die down gradually and it will be no more if we collaborate. While the last thing we did with this app is that we have also created an opportunity for teachers also to access soft loans that they can pay back monthly from their salaries. Of course, we'll give them the loan, and the employers will pay us back from their salaries monthly. It's simple. It's as simple as that. But you want to know details, the full details, attend this SOF State Chapter meeting on the 7th of August. Remember also I had said that the National SOF Training for Teachers come up on the 21st of August 2021, and it's going to be very, very massive. Thank you very much for staying in class today. Once again, I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming. I am David Adeniji, by the grace of God, convener of the School Owners Forum. Let's meet again next week, same time, by God's grace. Bye for now.
Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher. No, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Thinkalai. Thinkalai is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Thinkalai. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Thinkalai school management software today. So you can go to thinkalai.net. That is thinkalai.net. Go there and check the features.